Good morning. How is everybody today? When last we met, if you were watching, I was actually playing Stalker mode yesterday evening. So when last we met and I was playing Voyager, I was in the Forsaken Airfield, and I've forgotten Stalker mode yesterday. I've forgotten to enable my stuff here. Sorry about that. Sorry, what was I saying? Yes, yesterday morning, Voyager mode. I was in the Forsaken Airfield, and to be honest, slightly frustrated. I managed to somehow, well no, I know precisely how I did it, lose my 5% carrying capacity due to being well fed. I'm technically sort of running out of food. Oh, thank you very much, Jepadide. I appreciate that. Not sure about fun. I was just explaining I'm not enjoying the Forsaken Airfield at the moment very much. So, let's get on with it anyway and see if I can actually find a way to make this work. I ought to rename these. What was I doing? Oh, grief, I don't remember. Apparently I was about to fall asleep. Oh, that sounds like fun. Currently keeping guard in the corridors during a major written exam. Yes, I can imagine the necessity for that. So what have I actually got? Did I... Oh, I did manage to cook up some food. I got some of that. Well. And I'm way overloaded because, I lost my 5% carrying bonus. Does anybody remember where I left? Yes, I do. Vaguely. I just need to check on my rabbit pelts because I kind of need to fix a couple of things. Good morning, Danny. How are you today? Welcome to my floundering around in the Forsaken Airfield. Where on earth? I've got the same problem I had yesterday, trying to remember where I put a bunch of rabbit pelts. Where did I put my rabbit pelts? I know I've got some by the door over there, but they're not ready, and I thought these were. Where's the basement entrance? Oh, yes, I know that feeling. That kind of was my job. Did I check this? Oh, apparently not. Oh, I didn't search this. What time of day is it? Oh, it's getting on a bit. I have now completely lost myself in this otherwise familiar hangar because I can't find where the basement is. Where's the basement entrance? Don't anybody necessarily reply to that. It's embarrassing enough as it is to realise that I don't know where I'm going. Good morning, Lady Q. How are you today? Oh, here's the basement entrance. Yay. Okay, so this lot is in the process of being cured, and hopefully yes, I'm trying to make my way down the stairs in complete darkness. I seem to... oops. Here we go. Where's the door? There's the door. Ah, cured rabbit pelt. That's what we want. I need at least a couple of those. And the gut isn't cured. Oh well. Good morning, little nugget. How is life treating you? What do I need to do? I don't have any cured gut, do I? That would be asking too much. Oh, I do. Oh no, that's freshly harvested. Yeah. Busy is good. Oh. Well, alright. That is irritating, being that overweight. What am I... whoops. What am I carrying that I can drop? If anything. Not a lot, to be honest. What have I got in terms of food on me? Oh, that's right, yes, I've got plenty of cattail stalks. Oh no! I hope you took yourself to the hospital for that. I mean, there's a valid reason to go. Oh, good. What, and they let you out? I'm pretty certain if I went to the hospital with a crushed finger that was hanging halfway off here, they'd keep me in for a few days. Good grief. Oh, well, I might as well. Where's the bed? I know there's a bed here somewhere. Oof. Yeah, but you do need your pinky finger. It's kind of important. Alright, let's at least eat all my rabbit. Oh, grief. So you've basically lost your little finger. Ow. That's going to be awkward. Yes. That does not sound good. Oh, great. And we have that. Oh well, while this is... Do I have any water around here? I don't. Ooh, that's very Ralph Fiennes of you. He did something similar.
That'll come in handy.
Oh, no wonder. Don't really need the coal. Why did I not notice I was carrying 1.8 kilograms of coal? Oh grief, I hope they gave you some antibiotics.
All this gear is slowing me down.
Well, I'm sorry you had that particular problem. I hope that's only the first finger you've ever, or first joint you've ever lost. Oh, I bet it hurts. Yeah. Yeah, that would hurt. I can easily imagine that. Ouch. Just demonstrating the utility of cattail stalks if you have enough of them. And this is why I made water. So today I really need to find a better source of meat, because rabbits are only good for about a day if I want to get my carrying capacity back up. Oh, good grief. Yeah, I would have stayed. But that's just me. I don't have other things. Well, I don't have the other things to do. Technically I do, but maybe I'm just don't have the fortitude you do. Alright. Let's go and see what the world has to offer. Well, I hope you keep an eye on it, so to speak. How to make your way upstairs in the middle of the night. Hope I'm going the right way. I think I might be. At least I can't fall off anything. Although, having said that... Ah, here we go. How about that? Oh, well, that is fortunate. Even if not necessarily the best scenario. Well, I hope everything works out. Where's the door? Do I... Nope, I've gone too far. At least I'm not hearing anything dramatic outside. Oh, yeah, there's a door right here, isn't there? It'll be far too cold, but who knows, maybe we'll get lucky. I think there's a door here, isn't there? Yep.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Okay, this isn't too bad. Alright, let's be a little bit serious about what I can actually drop. What am I carrying that is so heavy that I can get rid of? Could have sworn. It doesn't seem to be too bad. Hang on. Alright. I need to look at this slightly rationally. Oh, that doesn't help, that doesn't help, that doesn't help. But the problem is, I might need everything that's on my list here. I'm not sure I can safely get rid of anything. Well, I suppose I could drop those. I'm not going to use that immediately. Remind me that my rabbit pelts are outside. Okay. Food. I need food. I pretty much have to shoot something today. Or I am in serious trouble, potentially. You know that feeling you get in a game where it's like, I think I'm going to die? Well, that's kind of the feeling I'm getting from this. Of course, it doesn't help that I am not equipped with my revolver. The reason I'm heading in this direction is because I'm moderately certain that at some point I did in fact see deer off in this direction. And deer would be nice. This is the same mechanic I've encountered before. You come across deer and you think, oh, I'll remember those are here. And then later on when you need them, they've suddenly vanished. And I honestly don't want to be wandering around here. I don't like this area at all. I really do not.
Gear's starting to slow me down.
Yeah, I don't much care. And as usual, the quiet here is positively eerie. The reason I'm picking up sticks is in case I need to make a snow shelter. because there's a good chance I'm going to have to. So at times like this, I wish you had a belt-fed machine gun in the game. You know, for those unexpected moments when you come across something large and toothy. Or, alternatively, large and hoofed. I mean, this is a heck of a long way to have to go for food. The other thing that bothers me is actually getting out of here. If I decided I was going to head back to the transfer pass, having enough food to get back there is interesting. And this does not look like I'm going to be having a positive experience anytime soon. And it's getting colder. Yep. Got a suspicion I may have made a monumental mistake. Oh well. There's nothing. At this point, I'm almost inclined to try and make it to the lake and see if I can't find the fishing hut. Yeah. Yes, to say this isn't good is putting it mildly. Oh. You know, this is almost worse than the Forlorn Musker gun. I know that Bubba would disagree. Oh boy, that does not sound very good. That sounds positively appalling. Look at this, it's a barren wasteland, practically. I know I've checked up here before. Does it give me any shelter at all? No, it does not. Ah, is that... It's a slightly disturbing set of events when I have little choice but to take my life in my hands and I think Bubba was telling me he once spent 3 days in a blizzard, stuck basically in a snow shelter. I'd settle for a wolf coming across me right now. Although, to be honest, trying to butcher it in this weather would be, yeah, contraindicated.
Can't feel my hands.
Well, rather than nobly sacrifice myself, let's head back this way. I'm pretty certain I checked that yesterday, didn't I? You know what? I'm just going to head straight for the tower, seeing as that's currently a visible landmark. I'm going to have to find another place to stay. This is not working for me. Everything's too far away. I need to go back up the road, I think, to the trailer and hope there is game nearby. I know there was a wolf, but that might be a better bet for me. But I don't remember seeing much in the way of animal life there, but hanging around out here is not encouraging situation. At least back in the hangar, I think I've got. I think I have sodas. I think I've got some stuff upstairs. So yeah. There's the other trailer. That's not really that helpful. Better than nothing, I suppose. And of course there's no chance of putting up a fire out here. Doesn't really matter. The wind just comes howling across the airfield. At least I've got... well, there's rabbit. Unfortunately, I don't think I can make a fire, but I might be able to shoot a rabbit or two. I think I'll use the revolver. With over 70 rounds of ammunition, that's a moderately worthwhile expenditure of ammo, I think. Yeah, I'm going to be in trouble trying to... Sorry, rabbit. You're what's on the menu if I can find a way to cook you up. Well, let's see if I can actually build a fire here. Oh, I didn't want to do that just yet. Actually, I do have a sort of excuse. Oh wow, it would be a small rabbit, wouldn't it? One reason for staying outside and doing things like this is that
I need a horse.
is if I get cabin fever, that's never a great thing. Let's see if we can get a fire long enough to... Well, let's eat. I may have to do the whole... No! And as usual, the dogs behind me are making me think there's a wolf nearby. Huh, okay. Hello? Let's see if I can make my way down. Hello, what's that over there? That looks like something. That might be useful. I think I'll head for that. You can just see there's a structure over there, it looks like, and I will try and get to that, I think. This, I can't quite escape the feeling that this is a big of a risk as I've taken in this game. Nice sheltered spot. Well, let's just slowly make our way down here. How about that? Of course, with my luck, I'll probably end up falling through the ice. Ah, look at this. The ultimate emergency food. Oops. As I've discovered, you can actually survive on cattails if you can find them. Can't help but feel they'd probably give you terrible constipation, but... Cross fingers. Cross fingers I can even see where I'm headed out here. And the simple answer is yes, I can. That had better be what I hope it is. And there's something over there. Well, nothing else. Building that fire was probably a moderately good idea, even if I didn't get to use it for what I wanted. I will settle for a wolf. There's a deer. There's deer. Okay. Alright. Let's just... Oh, brother. I ought to go straight for the deer, but I need to try and find out if there's any shelter here, because what I thought might be shelter isn't. At least it doesn't seem to be. I thought there might be an intact structure. However, I appear to have gotten that wrong, which does not encourage me. Well, it just goes to show they have awkwardly shaped structures around here, but at least there's deer. Alright. I've got very little choice. I do need that. And then I've got to make my way back. Well, if I can get that one, that will give me... That will give me a day or two, I hope. And if necessary, I can actually cook on the fly. So let us... Thing is, the problem is I really need that to drop dead on the spot. I do not need it running around. Now, I do have a halfway decent chance of that happening. Let's see. That's interesting. I hadn't noticed that detail on the antlers. It looks like it's shedding. Well, okay, that was exactly what I needed to happen. Even if it did cost me an arrow. Right. Yeah, that's too much for me too. What I can do is I can just grab a couple of kilos of meat, cook it up, get my food levels back up. And hope like heck I can get this stuff cooked before anything serious happens. That was genuinely quite fortuitous. Right, now I can at least get those levels up. And let's grab the hide, the gut, and oh brother, that's not what I needed. Oh boy, that really is not good. That is profoundly bad. Huh. Great. Anybody remember which way I'm supposed to go? Well, at least I got enough to make a... You know what? You know what I can do? Let us... This is not the best place to do this. What time of day is it? But I am lost out here. So what I'm going to do is... Let's... at least cook a bit more meat. I'm informed that the glimmer fog isn't too bad. Let's put down a snow shelter. Come on, I've got to have a snow shelter somewhere. What do you mean I can't put a snow shelter down here? You're joking. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Ah. There was a spot. I saw it. Where was it? They did have a place I could stick a snow shelter down. It was. Come on. Ah. Oh, for heaven's sake. Right. Okay. Let us grab another couple of kilos. Still not a fantastic position to be in. But with a bit of luck, I do have just enough time. And I don't have anything else I can burn, do I? Having said which, there's a possibility that that will last. Well, let's see. I can stick my rabbit down as well. There's an outside chance that this might last long enough. And that wasn't it. Yeah. Alright. Yes. Use. Right. So, I'm sheltered, I'm relatively warm, I have food. Oh, thank goodness for that. Not as much food as I would like, but I've got something. And I have water, which should get me through the night. Well, that's a better situation than I've been in all day. Um, mm. And I probably got insomnia. Let's have a bit of a nap.
Close my eyes, but I just can't sleep.
Yeah, he's got insomnia. I was wondering, can I continue to butcher the deer from here? But the answer seems to be no, I can't. And that is the importance of being able to make a snow shelter. And at least I know now roughly where there's another deer. In fact, pretty much right where I am. So that gives me a bit of a chance. Oh, that's not good. I've never seen that before. I am not going out to check. I'm really not going out to check. Hopefully that's just insomnia. Oh, okay. Perhaps it's just that. So now I need five more cloth from somewhere, anywhere. It's funny, it's at times like this, most places I've been so far, I've ended up shooting a moose or a bear, which gives you food for days, to the extent you don't have to worry about it. Even that deer isn't going to last me more than a few days. And that's assuming I could somehow slowly struggle my way back to where I can actually use it properly. Good news is I am... What is the good news? Oh, don't know. I'm sure there is some good news. Oh, I can see it's going to be one of those nights. that actually turned out a little bit more successful than I had originally intended, so that's a good thing. And there's actually a potential advantage to being a wee bit smelly as I am at the moment, and that is that I might be able to get a wolf or two, which would do a lot to help. And I guarantee you it's going to be freezing out there. Alright, let's see. Oh, brother. This is not a situation I particularly want to be in. Cross fingers. Ah. That's a little better. Yes, okay. Much better position. What happens if I dismantle it? Yeah. Okay, we're just going to struggle back with the deer and hope that nothing too interesting happens on the way. There was, after all, a wolf. I'm prepared to take that risk. I don't have a lot of choice, frankly. Still, we have very still air. Yeah, hugely overloaded, which is not encouraging. But if I go slowly, I might be alright. Cross fingers. Actually, multiple cross fingers. Cross fingers, nobody messages me, calls me. The local neighborhood dogs doing their usual thing, making me think it's in the game. Still, it is good to know that there is at least one more deer. All I've got to do now is somehow get... Okay, that's deer. I think. Very cautiously make my way down, if I can. It's getting cold, but not too bad. If I recall... Oh no! That is terrible, Lady Q. I hope that wasn't due to a hacker or something. I remember a while back, the McDonald's worldwide system I think, was brought down by a hacker. And the only reason I know it is I went to the McDonald's for breakfast and they said, "We're terribly sorry, we can't open. A hacker's brought down the worldwide system," or words to that effect. But that's not going to make people very happy. Except possibly the IT guys. Oh, just a crappy system. Well, one way to look at it, IT will justify their salaries today. I wonder if I can make it up here without breaking something. Yeah, it appears so. Well, apologies to everybody who's joined expecting something slightly more exciting. I ought to have called, what should I should have to retitle this. Survival, one slow step at a time. IT can be quite competent and yet rendered looking foolish by things they have no control over. Users will do that as well. Yeah. A system you are forced to support, for example. IT doesn't have any control over that, necessarily. And yet, if something goes wrong, it's IT who's going to get the blame, rather than the people who insisted on the system. Strangely, that is not uncommon either. I've actually known in software department situation or two where literally there was one person who knew how everything worked. Or who was responsible for key crucial parts of the system. I knew a guy like that. He was this rare thing, a scientific programmer. And he was the guy who basically came up with all the math that went into a system. And he decided he was going to go off on his own and do his own thing. In fact, the company ended up keeping him on a retainer because he was our only scientific programmer. Arguably, there were a few occasions where I was the person who knew everything. when I moved from the UK to the United States, I did get phone calls occasionally from my old employer asking me, how on earth did you implement fill in the blank? And I had to say, I'm dreadfully sorry, I don't remember. And don't forget, there are systems out there still functional, and the number of software engineers, or personnel even, that can maintain them is getting vanishingly small. There are still systems out there written in COBOL, and I don't think anybody gets taught COBOL these days. I had a brief stint where the company's main systems were running on an IBM System 36, which was old back then and obsolete, and I had to learn RPG2 and RPG3 in a hurry, and definitely hadn't learned that, and they were obsolete then. You still use an AS400? You're joking. If my memory serves me, that must be a 40-year-old system. Maybe 35. Good heavens. There are still systems out there, I'm pretty certain, running Windows 3.11. People would be horrified at some of the legacy systems. I assume, by the way, you mean Windows 95. But no, there's legacy systems out there that okay, so I've got a little bit of meat. I need to go find some water. Yeah. No, I know of semiconductor cleaning systems. I'm pretty certain they're still going. Running on Windows 3.11. If you can imagine that.
It's starting to weigh me down.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Windows 3.11. I mean, good heavens. But I can't believe... Well, actually, I can't believe AS400. We had a system running off a PDP-11 series. Now, this was back in 1988. Yeah, 88 onwards. We still had document management systems that were running off a PDP-11 series. And on one occasion... in order to get a spare part, they had to go to a museum to literally get the spare part. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've never quite done that, but... Alright, I do have some stuff here. Let's grab some soda. Did I make some water? I definitely need water. Right, actually, having said that, I am going to take a quick bladder break. I will be back very shortly. So I will see you all in about 3 minutes. Well, dial-up. I wouldn't be surprised if dial-up systems are still in use in some of the remoter parts of the world, unless the people can afford something like Starlink, a satellite-based system. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if dial-up still existed somewhere. Yeah, no. Oh, some people are just, with all due respect to your grandfather. Okay, I'm gonna have to drop some weight. I'm sorry. This is just everything's taking entirely too long. Try and remember to pick up my crowbar. I don't want a dude where's my crowbar situation. I don't know if it's... Well, I don't know how much Starlink is, but I can't imagine that it's cheap to necessarily acquire. I'm going to be leaving block bits of stuff all over the place at this rate. Oh, there's my fresh deer hide. Yeah, that's another thing. One thing, too, is if a system is working well enough, it is sometimes considered needlessly risky to upgrade, because then you'd have to go through a whole development cycle all over again. And that has its own problems, potentially. Let's go dump some of this stuff outside. I can't imagine getting onto the internet these days with dial-up. I mean, are there any websites out there which are still sort of configured for dial-up? When everything was just text, dial-up was fine. Heck, I remember playing Quake 3 on the Dreamcast over dial-up. It worked beautifully at about 48 kilobits per second. It did actually work surprisingly well. What am I looking for? Yes, I need to do some cooking, don't I? Oh, hang on a moment. Do I need to pay attention to that? Excuse me a second. Nope, I'm good. Sorry, I'm keeping track of something. Because I upgraded, I gave my son my old graphics card. He needed a new power supply, and I said I'd get him one, so I sent him a new power supply, and I'm just keeping track of it.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yes, in fact, that is a very valid point. Again, if it's not broken, there's no need to fix it, and that is a very valid position to be in, because the cost of the upgrade could be more trouble than it's worth, because you've got to go through the full development cycle. I mean, the Japanese government, I think it was, only recently started moving away from using faxes and floppy disks. And I can't remember all the reasons behind why they were still using them, but they did actually have good reason for continuing to use them. It wasn't reluctance to change. Oh, look, I got the well-fed benefit back. Oh, that's a relief. Yay! Thank goodness for that.
Feels like a lot of gear.
Oh, hang on. I didn't want to do that because I don't have the raw meat on me. But I do want water, so I will set that up. Now I'm just going to pop off and get the rest of the venison. But I mean, I worked in the semiconductor industry, I think I've mentioned, and they do focus on, first and foremost, does it work? Not can something do better? If they have something which works and is demonstrably works, it would, if they upgraded to something and it didn't work, or it didn't work as well, that could cost the manufacturer literally millions. So they stick with what works.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
So there are often very good reasons for sticking with old systems, as unlikely as it seems. You're kidding. Oh, I remember those things. I never actually used one, but my goodness. That, hey, again, if it continues to work, I suppose, why not? Alright, so I've got myself my carrying capacity back up. Yay! I have food for a couple of days. I should probably go after that other deer. Can you hear the dogs in the background? Yeah. I'm trying to remember that I'm going to stick this stuff here. Oh, well, yes, now the Voyager missions, they're still working. To be honest, if you want a system that can withstand the rigors of space, you do need no, for systems which can survive in space. Yeah, you do actually tend to have to go with older, simpler systems. You know, low power, can handle the heat and the cold and radiation and this sort of thing. All right.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Oh, hell. Oh, I was going the right way. How about that? Ah! Good, that's what I want. Let's whip upstairs. Maybe I've got time to fix up a couple of things. When, like I say, when I was, this is back in the early 2000s. We were using Windows XP because that was actually a pretty good, reliable system. And I can almost guarantee you that some of those systems are still working on Windows XP. Good morning, Anna. I finally got some decent meat in the Forsaken Airfield, and I finally got some of my stuff fixed, so that my warmth bonus is up to 31%. That's new, that is alright, that is... needs fixing. Had to spend night outside in glimmer fog in a snow shelter. And I got my carrying bonus back. Right, where do I want to spend the night? Does it matter? Ooh, I haven't searched this. Have I forgotten where the... Have I forgotten where the stairs are? I've forgotten where the stairs are, haven't I? Oh, maybe not. How are you doing today, Anna?
All this gear is slowing me down.
Ah, there we go. This is actually where I was heading for. Right. XP was turned out to be a really good, reliable system for basing other systems on. I don't know what's happened since. I started on a Commodore PET back in 1982. Yeah, 1982. VIC-20 I think was around then. IBM PC was just coming out at that point. And Microsoft back then was best known for its BASIC. In fact, that's what we had on the Commodore PET, a version of MS BASIC. Heck, I remember when, I don't remember that one. I remember when Windows wasn't the only graphical option. There was others. Windows was one, and then there was... oh grief, what was it? Can't remember. I want to say Quarterdeck, but I'm not positive about that. When I was at university, we didn't doing a computer science degree. We didn't actually do anything on PC. We did things on a VAX VMS cluster. That's what we learned on. So the PC lab was that was not for degree students. We didn't use it. I didn't touch an IBM PC until 1988. Yeah, 1988. That was the first time I actually used what we would call a PC these days. But back then simply meant personal computer. Right. Huh. Can't throw the thing. Oh well. Oh, put it away, I suppose. Right, things are starting to look a little better. I do need a wolf. I need a wolf, preferably dead. And that other deer would be useful. Hang on. Oh yes, that would be useful. $32. My goodness. I am positively toasty. Yes, we did have Unix. And, hell, Unix is still around. We used VAX VMS. That's what I did that for 4 years. VAX VMS. So now let's have a quick look and see what the weather's doing, and see whether I feel like going out after that other deer. Oh, and a wolf. Definitely want to consider that.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Oh, yeah, okay. Somewhat better situation. With emphasis on the somewhat. Trying to remember the languages we did. At university, we did actually do COBOL. I think it was at university we did COBOL. Yeah, pretty certain we did COBOL. Yes, we did do COBOL. I'm pretty certain of that. Was that our main language? I mean, I know we did do C at one point. I also used assembly language. There was one project we did where I used 6809 assembly language. 6809? I think it was 6809. Not sure, now that I think about it. I did do 6502 assembly language, but that was purely on my own. Oh, there's the other deer. I was trying to remember once, how many assembly languages did I do? 4, I think. But this was mostly just me. 6502, Z80, or Z80 if you prefer, and I think it was 6809 assembler, and PDP 1170. No, it wasn't PDP 1170. It was related. I did assembly language in that. All because I was a geek. No, the 6809 you had to learn, but I had the advantage, I suppose, that I already knew. I'd already played with 2 different assembly languages. Just when you want the wolves, they go into hiding on you. I swear the game is reading my mind. Oh grief! The things this conversation is reminding me of. I remember BBC Basic, which was on the BBC Micro. I have fond memories in a way of that, because BBC Basic on the BBC Micro was pretty much integrated with the 6502 assembler, so you could very easily put assembly language into your basic code, which, looking back, strikes me as being a brilliant idea. It wasn't unique. The BBC Micro had a predecessor called the Acorn Atom, and that had a similar basic. Great insomnia. Oh well. Well, you know, you could actually put a simple AI into the game saying, okay, this guy's wolfskin coat is damaged. Let's, what has he done in the past? He's gone after wolf. Oh, you're not letting let me get up here? Oh, blast. Double blast. I should really head back. Where's the way up? I know there's a way up down here somewhere. I know the hut's over there. Well, yeah, not hut exactly. I'm pretty certain I didn't have to come this far. Let's see if we can make our way up over here. Oh no, this is not... I suspect this was a mistake. Oh, that's irritating. You see the rock there. Does that not look like an artificial structure? Huh. Anybody want any rose hips? I've got rose hips there. Get the distinct feeling I'm doing something a little bit daft. All in pursuit of a deer that I never actually could find. Oh! Oh, this is where I attempted to climb up. Okay. Alright, be that way. I don't need to murder a deer today. It can wait a bit. No, it's not going to let me climb up here, is it? Still, at least I can follow my footprints back. Of course, having said that, the game probably just realised that that's what I'm doing, and it's now going to arrange for the footprints to be blown away. Because why not? I can always tell where I've been. I've dropped the cattail heads. But at least I've got food. At least I don't have to worry too much about that. Too much. Actually, I probably ought to check on something. Yep, this is the way I came in, I think. Yes. Yes, I'll just follow my footprints back. Here we go. Oh well. It's a good idea. Are we sure the local wildlife isn't necessarily affected by the glimmer fog? Oh, Ah, there we go. Just caught it on the edge there. Now I'm wondering, how can I miss something as big as that hangar? And the answer is, well, apparently it's quite simple. You know, I probably should simply go back to the one building I did find rather than wandering around here like this. Let's go back to the building I did see. I think that would be safer. Glimmer fog or not, it's probably too late for me to be bothered by it. There we go. While my sense of direction is not necessarily the best, at least I was able to get this far. Where's the door? Oh, there we go. Right, give me a second. I actually should... hang on a moment. Alright. Yeah. My son is quite looking forward to getting his package. It's a power supply for his new graphics card that I gave him. Right, what do I do while I wait for the weather to clear and I can find out where I'm going? I've searched all this, haven't I? Wow, somebody was using their painkillers. Oh, I need cloth, don't I? May as well replenish my cloth supplies. Don't want that. Yeah. But fortunately, the glimmer fog doesn't seem to set them off. Well, if I'm going to suffer from insomnia, I might as well do it with a view. Oh, it does? Wrong type of wire, I guess. What would be really funny is if you looked at that and you could see a radar trace. Okay, oh, I'll remember that. Oh, can I climb? Oh, it doesn't let me go out? Oh, that's not fair. I want to be able to go out. Yes, I know. I left my hacksaw by the fire, and I don't need it anyway. Well, that was boring. So, what will I be doing? What time is it? It is 10:40. Oh, I've still got 20 minutes. Plenty of time to do something imaginative and risky. No, don't need that. I actually have, yes, I thought I did. I've got 11 wood on me. Yeah, I've already checked these, haven't I? No, not all of them. What have I got in terms of clothing I can break down? Oh, quite a bit. How about... Oh, do you think 14 cloth is enough? I think that's enough. Yeah, I think that's more than enough. Let us dump some of this stuff into a more suitable location. What else do I need to do? I need to harvest that arrow. Where's my broken arrow? I need a new bow. Where did I get that from? I've got no idea. Well, at least I'm making some slow progress towards surviving here. But there is stuff I still need, obviously. Why am I carrying around so many painkillers? Don't answer that. I'm sure there's a good reason. Definitely don't need that. Oh, I know what I can do. How many whetstones have I got? Is that the only whetstone? What I can do is... yeah. Let's have a wee bit of a sharpen.
Just can't sleep.
I'm going to guess and say it's still foggy out here. Yes, and I know that... Oh. No, that's the... Yes, that's the terminal building, isn't it? And there is the other hangar. I can just about make that out. And then the other one... Can I see the main hangar from here? Nope. Drat. Oh, there it is. Yay. What? Where is my... Oh, you're kidding me. I know I put down a pry bar and a hacksaw. I thought I did put it by that door. A bonus to anybody who can tell me where the heck I put my crowbar. Did I leave it inside? Oh, I left it inside upstairs, didn't I? If I get at least one subscription, I might do a live stream this evening. Now I want to make sure I know where my pry bar and hacksaw are.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, there we go. Yes. Alright, that makes me much happier. How am I doing for food? And water. Hang on, what am I doing? Sorry, I've got three thoughts going on simultaneously in the back of my head, and two of them are nothing to do with the live stream. One of them is yeah, what's my okay, oh, that's not good. Still, the good news is I can actually make...
I can barely walk with this much
What
gear.
Anna says, it stops me from having to say the same thing. Which I'll probably say at the end of the stream anyway, but... Still early in the day. Don't need the cardboard boxes. I think I've looted... Did I loot this? Yes, I did. And I didn't loot that one. You can't craft sticks, can you? Hello, what's that? Oh, yes. I ought to do that at some point. Well, I do appreciate it. No, I can make tinder plugs, but I can't make sticks. Alright. Well, I didn't think I could make sticks. That would be asking too much. Oh! An extra old man's beard dressing will always come in handy. In my other live stream, she could definitely do with all the old man's beard dressing and everything else. Yeah, I kind of knew that, but you know, that would be a useful thing to be able to do. I don't need simple tools. Oh, it's a jerry can. Huh. How much fuel is in there?
Could be useful.
Huh. I'll take the jerry can back to the bedroom. Gives me something to do. And I do have herbal tea, so I can maybe do something about the insomnia thing. Still way overloaded. Good grief, I've been going through arrowheads like nobody's business. I definitely need to craft some more. Mind you, that's what comes when you shoot rabbits with regular arrows, which I actually prefer to do. I am not convinced that fire-hardened arrows are as accurate, but that could just be me. Probably is, actually. And this is... yeah, this is outside, I was about to say.
Starting to weigh me down.
Dog's outside again. What is... I know that the male character in this is Will Mackenzie. What is the female character you can play? Is that Astrid? I am definitely going to need... oh, let's... oh. Of course it is. Yeah, wind's coming from that direction. Astrid. For some reason I thought her name was Alex, but that's actually the Minecraft female character, isn't it? And I have herb tea. Oh, there is a door there. Be careful not to step into the fire.
not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Right, and I am starting to get to the end of this live stream, I'm afraid. I have to go and make lunch as usual, and yeah, I do need to give my son a follow-up on where his power supply is. 750 watt gold rated Corsair, if anyone's interested. He's actually going to have a better power supply than me. Well, he's going to have a good start to his... Oh, I'm not quite gone yet. I've got to say goodbye first, and I've got to get myself into a position where I want to be, and that sort of thing. Yeah, I get the feeling they ought to do something about the whole let's leave the back car battery hanging in midair. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just pick it up and drop it. There we go. I feel better now. Right. I hope you all have a good day, and thank you for your thanks. I hope it was interesting. I am planning on being back this evening. That will be probably 6 PM Greenwich Mean Time. I'm not sure I will stream The Long Dark. I might stream something else just for some variety. Evenings, yeah, tend to be more for variety than anything else. Assuming I don't do something in between time. However, I will be back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is Saturday, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yeah. So I'll be back tomorrow morning. Not sure what we'll be streaming tomorrow morning. It won't be this, but I might do Wintermute, or I might do something else. Because I've got a couple of games still that we haven't really properly looked at. I might have a look at Prologue, go way back, actually, because we haven't actually tried seriously approaching that. So, alright everybody, I will see you all next time. I hope you all have a good day, and if I don't see you over the weekend, have a good weekend as well.